555 on the time. Come on in, Divine Feminine. You already know what's up. I'm Ishani Zamboto. Welcome to my container from Oracle Messages. And there's a very serious energy overtaking this Oracle message, so I want to keep it that way. We will not be diving into erotica at the moment, maybe on the next reading. But yes, so today we're going to be diving into tarot energy to understand who you are as the Divine Feminine energy, and also some chosen one oracle cards to understand who you are as the chosen Divine Feminine. If there's any other cards that come up like chakras or self-care, I will definitely be sure to grab those and let you know, or any shamanic tarot that wants to come out as well, okay? I did want to grab this book I have sitting here because I wanted to speak on to you about an archetype that I found in this particular book called Chakra Self-Care, okay? So in here, there's a section called Goddess Archetype, the Guru, okay? And I want to read that out loud before we get started. Extremely fast because I'm a fast reader, so excuse me. But if you need to, slow the video down, okay? The Guru is the spiritual teacher showing students how to live in a spiritually enlightened manner. Of course, there are many different teachers across religions and spiritual circles, but what sets the Guru apart is that she is able to impart divine wisdom, the desire for self-realization, and a sense of wholeness within her students. This Guru doesn't want you to be your Guru. She doesn't want to be your Guru. She wants you to be your own Guru. The Guru wants to see her students both become the very best version of themselves through their divine connection and rise above the earthly physical plane beyond the material and worldly life. In some ways, the Guru can resemble the wise woman, the goddess archetype of the brow chakra. But whereas the wise woman is indeed wise, the Guru is divinely wise. The Guru sees all and knows the divine connection between every event and the purpose of even those that seem bad. Just as the crown chakra is the top of the chakra ladder, the Guru is the head archetype of the chakra system, making her a role model for each and every one of us. However, this doesn't make the pure Guru arrogant or hierarchical. In fact, a truly powerful Guru knows that because everyone and everything is connected, everyone is also a teacher, and lesson comes from all life experiences, good and bad, favorable and unfavorable. The Guru represents the spiritual teacher that resides in each of us in our higher selves. We may not think of ourselves as ever being enlightened enough to become a Guru, and perhaps we will never be spiritual teachers, but that does not mean we can't adopt the traits of the Guru and use them as a role model for the development of our own chakra. Our ultimate goal is our chakra work is to reach this level of enlightenment, much like the Guru, and to realize that we are much more than this earth and this body, and that there is so much more to us and our existence, that everything is connected, and ultimately that we are one. Okay? It is then that we will see there is beauty in everything. The opening of the crown chakra, despite its odd sensation, was one of my favorite experiences, says the author, and a turning point for me as I realized I no longer needed a specific Guru or spiritual teacher. Instead, I knew all of this life would be my teacher. I couldn't conceive it all at the time, but I became a spiritual teacher myself. However, the truth is that as much as I'm a teacher, I am more of an eternal student of life. And I do call myself an eternal student of life. I was once coined by my most recent ex. He's like, "You think you're a Guru?" Yeah, he was being shitty, but I hadn't even literally did a breath work with this guy, so it was just a lot of negativity, okay? Some of you may have, been like, "I'm not a Guru, I don't know what that is," or it's you learning your spiritual self, it's you taking yourself to those heights, it's you diving into your chakras and learning the ins and outs so that you're able to go out and say, "Hey, this is what I've done. I want to tell others, maybe this can help you as well. It's not that this is the way, but this was my way and this worked for me," okay? So with that, I want to say thank you to God, our creator, my ancestors, your ancestors, our spirit guides, all of the beautiful goddess of all dimensions. We have Lilith, Isis, Mary Magdalene, Mother of the Christ consciousness, Mother Universe, Daughter Earth, the goddesses of the Neteru. We call on you. I'm very connected to ancient Egypt and the 18th dynastic period, to be specific. And some of you may be connected to the 18th dynasty as well. Look that up if you're not sure which dynasty. But I am here to bring truth, and only the truth that I know it to be. From my heart, from my pineal, which receives downloads through the crown from the cosmos, and my womb, which digests and intuits what it is that I have seen, known, and to become, okay? To walk within. So with that, ashe, 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 let's get started on this tarot message. Thank you so much for the moment, for this moment. Thank you so much, so much. Hope you all are having a beautiful day. It is 6 o'clock on the dot in the morning. On the dizot. Alright, one more cleansing shuffle on this deck and we will get started. Okay, Spirit, we are here to understand the Divine Feminine's energy. Can you tell me who she is? Who she be? Who she be? You are a woman who causes towers in people's lives. You are the force to be reckoned with. You are what they don't see coming when you add your energy into any equation, right? They're like, what just walked in the building? What just hit my heart? What just ascended my pineal? Or decalcified it. Okay? You are not a woman who is oppressed or who dwells in carelessness or negligence. Okay? What does this mean, Spirit? This means that you are concise and calculated. That when you do step into people's lives or the room, there's a purpose for every place that your feet shall trod, correct? You are a walking tower, okay? You are the lightning bolt. Okay, and this is in divine cataclysation, okay? And then we have the Seven of Wands here. You're not a woman who gives up, who quits. You are a woman of strong boundaries. What you say you do. And what you do you feel, right? And you can be in a position of yielding, which is very beautiful because that's a temperance pause. Like, let me take a pause, assess, and push back forth. You understand? Or retreat back within. And you're not a quitter. Okay? At times things make it... What is the word for this realm? A bit distracting. That's what we'll leave that word. But your energy, your frequency, your focus, it is always in your highest output, right? Which comes from your highest input. And then our next card here is the Ten of Wands. Okay. You are a woman who teaches others how not to be the bag lady, right? You tell them, pack light. Ooh, bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. So you teach people that they're holding too much. They should be light as a feather every day of this journey. In balance within self, not without of self. You understand your duty, and you feel a strong obligation to assist with that which you know that you can assist with, right? So this means that you're not going to assist someone with something that you have not walked through already. You are not going to assist someone or guide them into a path that you have yet to travel, right? Yes, you will still encourage them on paths that maybe you haven't traveled, but they are. But you try your best not to put a foot in your mouth, right? So it's like, if I haven't been through it, I haven't seen the truth of it or understand the knowledge of it, I keep my lips shut as the student until I learn more to become the teacher, okay? It's very beautiful energy too. Just learning to carry what's yours, right? Even if there are 10 wands, are they all 10 pounds? Are they all half a pound? You understand? What's the weight of your wands that you're carrying, okay? Tell me more about this divine feminine. Tell me more about her. What is her mental state? What is her mental state? You have the Lovers and Judgment here. It's flipped over. One more card, please. Can you clarify the Lovers with her mental state? Definitely in this space. I was like, when you see the Lovers, it's like that yin and yang energy. You're very balanced. Okay, that one needs to come up for the clarification of the Lovers. The final push, the testing of faith. Deep soul connection. And this could be with the self and also with a partner, which is very beautiful. Okay, where alignment is valued. There's a very big placement on alignment. Okay, balance, harmony, romanticism, purity. Unconditional love. And came with Judgment here. You are the wake-up call. As you hear the inner calling, as others hear and come into your energy, you know, the Tower walking. Wake up. Self-evaluate. It's time to awaken into your life purpose. You know, and this isn't with force. You know, this isn't with force. This is with resilience. And still with the best boundaries that you can have in place set, right? You don't lose your boundaries within this trotting. Okay? What's the energy of this feminine's womb? What is the energy of this feminine's womb? The Chariot. Success. Willpower. Self-control. Your womb tells you to take action. It jumps in jubilance and it's like, this is the answer, this is the truth. Carry it, carry it, carry it. Okay. Fast action. And the two opposing energies here, we have the white horse and the black horse. We call it pale. Okay, this is the joining of the forces, the balance. In order to move forward and without staggering, there needs to be balance, right? Before the first step is taken. So yes, the Chariot here, it says that you are a big action taker. And this is due to your mind, which is your pineal, your throat, and your womb, and your heart. You might as well add the crown in connection to one another. Okay, there are no obstacles because you are in self-control with this self-disciplined nature. There is no giving up. What opposition? I'm in position. You feel me? Moving very fast. And even the horses here, they're like Pegasuses. The Pegasus horse, you see they have wings. So you're moving extremely fast. So you may be gaining a lot of womb knowledge. A lot of womb knowledge. Who's this feminine when it comes to family? The Hanged Man. What a beautiful card. When it comes to family, you surrender. You have wisdom for them, and you share it. And you're not afraid to sacrifice yourself for your lineage. And self-sacrifice is a bliss of disciplined nature. Okay? Looking around for that compromise when it comes to family, right? Contemplation within illumination. That's what I mean. So there's new perspectives being gained here as the Hanged Man's crown is illuminated, as he comes into wisdom of the self, of what needs to be sacrificed to move into hierophancy, empirism. Okay, any other messages before we move into the chosen ones? Okay, I have 7 of Swords and a High Priestess here. You are not a woman who lives in regret or who lives in your conscience, right? It's more like I've tapped into my subconscious or my superconscious, right? And there may have been times when you may have felt like I said, like, I'm not the guru. I'm not the guru. I'm just a woman. I'm just here to learn and tell what I know, right? But this card does say, like, imposter syndrome in reverse. You know, because you are who you are, you know what you know, and there's no taking that back from you. Okay? Once you know, you grow through that, and you ascend in that. Right? No one can tell you who you are. No one can tell you who you are not besides you and your creator. Okay, and then we have the High Priestess as our final card in the tarot. Representing a high seat of intuition. Purity of the womb. Okay. You may be celibate. Or definitely extremely conscious in the encounters that you are partaking in. Okay, so this could mean like when you've been, you know, in the past not as ascended, maybe you fucked like rabbits, right? But now it's like a more conscious approach, like, I don't need all of that. I could take literally a small sip and I'm my thirst is quenched. Okay. So this is an inner knowing and higher power that resides within. An inner voice, a clear inner voice, a pure inner voice. Okay. As you dive into your subconscious hemisphere, as you begin to learn what spirituality means to you, for you, okay, and rising in your divine feminine Godhead, in the mystery that you are, because life is a mystery. Our next step is not known. Our next breath is not known. Our next love is not known. So yes, it's just furthermore speaks on the full energy of what we've been talking about here. Your catechization, how you are the tower, how you know to pack light. You don't carry as much as you used to, right? So that you can have all things that you desire in this plane while you're here, in and on this plane while you're here, okay? And moving into that swiftly and with illuminated mind, okay? Notice the High Priestess. All right. That is it for Tarot. Let's move into our Chosen Ones Oracle. From Magic Got to Tea. I love this deck. Let me make sure I turn this the right way. Do not worry, just flip down. And I know you're not. You don't have a worrying spirit. You may have used to have a worrying spirit, but it's not what you possess now. Because you've learned, ain't shit to worry. Look at the came up again. Ain't shit to worry about. Because you know what you know. And you walk in accordance with that. One more shuffle, please. And you walk in accordance with that. How can you get off path? You understand? All right. May we get 3 cards for the Divine Feminine here, please? Close out this reading. I want her to know how abundance just fell out. How not only abundant, but beautiful your soul is. Your soul is so beautiful and expansive. You have the gift of courage. Stay courageous. Stay in your highest self. Stay in your divine feminine Godhead. Okay. 2 more cards, please. Continue being the tower, because you've come here to shake shit up. You didn't come here to be no stagnant energy. You understand that? You did not come here to be stagnant energy. God's ambassador. You are one of God's. And you are here to walk in accordance of that knowing. Okay? And God has gifted you with the gift of courage. So clear your solar plexus. Get your sacral chakra up. Get rooted in your root chakra. So your heart can be vibrant and open. So you can speak truth. The truth that is poured down through your crown into your pineal from the cosmos. Okay? Work with crystals. Final card. Okay, I have a few here. Selenite in the corner. Peacock or amethyst. I'm talking about Christine, Lord. Where I get Christine from? Citrine. Somebody might be named Christine. Now that is hilarious. Someone's name might be Christine who's watching this. If so, Christine, this is your message. I don't even have a friend named Christine. Or a co-worker, so that's crazy. But yeah, citrine. This is a clear quartz point. Peacock ore. Amethyst. We'll call it a cluster, but it's not really a cluster. It's just a stone. But yes, work with your crystals. Get some books, learn more about them. I'm learning more too. I love them. They're so beautiful. I do want to pull one more card for you. It's just so beautiful. One more card, please. One more card for my Divine Feminine. That's it. That's the end. And here we have a room though, so let's see what we got. This is our rooms. It came out. I was about to let one push out. Okay, the man has come up. I have to read it for what it is. The man is a masculine rune associated with shades of brown. Traditional male abilities, traditional male characteristics, action, fatherhood, being a protector to loved ones, being a provider, empowerment, confidence, strength, leadership, and dominance. Okay? I'm hearing that this has come up because this is the balanced side of your divine masculine energy. Okay? You are the yin to your own yang. Okay? And if you are hoping for love to come in, and not even hoping, commanding, assisting love to come in on your timeline, know that they will come in just as balanced for you as the man and the woman in yin and yang. And if you know, you know. We are supposed to be balanced beings once we leave up out of here. That's what the balance is. So you desire that. That's what I'm hearing. So keep your courage. Stay prayed up. Or whatever it is you love to do with God. I'm about to say with your creator. And work with crystals. Because that's what you've been guided to do. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get my followers up so I can start going live for y'all. At least in like 2 months. Look, this not a fast crawl. Because let me tell you. I can see the reach that I have. And it's beautiful. Just a month ago, I had 1,000 views. This month, I got 6,000 views. So guess what? As long as people can see me, as long as the message getting out, I don't care if you don't like, I don't care if you don't subscribe. I don't care. I'm not here for your likes. I'm here for the truth. I'm here for unconditional love. And I'm here to show you my divine femininity and my divine masculinity, the balance of that, and the beauty of life. Okay? So if you're here for that, I'm here for you. Mwah.